Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to a new video. So I didn't actually think I'd be making this video today, but then a couple things came up and I decided I would make it. So that being said, let's get into today's video. Alright, so right off the bat, you have some probably wearing headphones. I'm actually listening to music right now. So I didn't think I'd be making this video today, and for some reason I'm very much not in focus. There we go. And so I'm just going to take these out. And today I'm actually going to be talking about AirPods. Now why is that? Well, for the longest time, I have been for some reason my camera's being a little weird right now. Because if I look down, I'm looking at my monitor to make sure I'm still in focus because it is being a little weird right now. Anyway, back to the point of this video. So for the longest time, I've been using AirPods since about 2017 when the AirPods Gen 2 came out. So they came out with a wireless charging case that they then also allowed you to buy for, I believe it was around $50 if you had the Gen 1 that came out in 2016 to upgrade them to these. So yeah, I had these since they came out. And then in 2019 when I got my new laptop, I also got AirPods Pro, because they were doing a thing with student discounts and all that, and you could get another pair of these for free, or you could spend $50, I believe it was, and get upgrade to AirPods Pro. So I went ahead and did that, and I've been using them since then. Now I really love AirPods Pro just because they have noise canceling, their audio quality is a little bit better. Of course, they have spatial audio that came, and there's just been a lot of things that just make it seem like a better option, especially for video editing for me personally. But there are also some things that I don't like about them. And while today I've actually been using these all day, and I forgot how much I actually enjoy wearing these. Again, while they don't have the same, I love listening to bass. So while these don't have the same isolation that allows you to have really punchy bass that the Pros do, there's something that I think goes really missed on these. So if I'm wearing Pros, they fall out a lot, because I mean they have little silicone tips, but they will still fall out of my ears quite regularly, and that is something I find very bothersome. I'll put it in and I'll be fine for a while, but eventually it will start working its way out and it will be sticking out more and more and more, and then eventually it may even fall out. And that's something that's really quite a bother that I don't enjoy, but I put up with it because I like the style and just the AirPods Pro use. But then I went back to my old ones, and these just work. You just put them in, they just hang there, just like the wired ones that you would normally get from Apple. They used to get from Apple with like an iPhone or anything like that. And they just work and they don't fall out ever. Like I've been wearing these today since probably around like 8 o'clock. It's noon now, and I've not had to touch them one time except to skip a notification I got. And that's just what I love. These are also a lot smaller, a lot more lightweight. Of course I do have a case on my Pros, but there's just such a big size difference. It's just, you forget that the Pros are as much bigger and heavier as they are. I mean, they cost $50 more. Granted, I do have a case on them, but they cost more, they're bigger, now quality is, something Apple never really skimps on. And you don't really notice a big difference, but the use is really where you notice the biggest differences. And this isn't going to be a long video. Yeah, so I actually have some friends who have some Pros, and these little tips, they do break eventually. And so to pop them off, there's a little notch. I don't know if you can see, not this one here. You can see right here. So this is a sensor, but right over here, there's this little tiny notch. You should be able to see that right there. And you just hook a fingernail under there, and it should just pop right off like that. And then you can just replace these, and then to put it back on, you just line it back up and it snaps right back on. And that's really as easy as it is just to get these replaced. But these do rip very easily, and that's one thing that I know a lot of people have struggled with the Pros, is these little things ripping. And they're not cheap. Let me pull up on my phone how much replacement tips are real quick. Let's see, Apple. Because I know they are not cheap, I just don't remember exactly how much they cost to get them replaced. So let's see, AirPods. If you want to get new tips, they're $8. And while that's not a lot, it's $8 for 2 sets. So you can get 2 sets of mediums 2 sets of the large or 2 sets of the small. Each of those is going to run you $7.99 each. And while that's not a lot of money, it doesn't seem like a lot of money, I would argue that when you're spending money on just this little tip, it's kind of a lot just for something this small. Come on, focus camera. Yeah, when you're just spending money on this little piece right here that pops on and off like that, it seems it's a lot of money for something this small. And that's one thing that the other ones here, these you never have to replace. There's nothing to replace. Granted, they are older, you don't have the noise canceling. And I'm really repeating myself. Also, I don't know if you can see this here, but the back of mine is starting to go funky here, which is fine. There's nothing that bad, but you will see this is starting to separate a little bit. Compare that to a normal one here. See, yeah, so you can see that it's starting to separate a little bit, but I mean it doesn't really affect the actual use of the AirPod. So yeah, with that being said, again, this was gonna be a short video. We're playing music on my computer now. Great. Okay. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this short video. Just think about that when you're buying AirPods. I mean, there's not a huge price thing. If you like the Pro feel, you could always get the where are they? AirPods. You could get the new 3rd gen. That is one possibility. You could get 3rd gens, or you could get Max. Now, I would never recommend getting the Max just because of the price, but there's all sorts of options. Pros, these are the soft tip ones, and then if we scroll down here, we have the Pros again. And then if you want something that doesn't have the tip, the foam tip, the silicone tip actually, that I find a little bit annoying, you could always go for something like these 3rd gens right here. Because these don't have the tip, but they have a lot of the features that the Pros have. They have spatial audio, and they have all that. Now, they do have the price tag to match it. If you look right here, they're $179. So I mean that is actually $20 cheaper than the other ones. Let's go back here. Oh wow, I did not actually notice that recently, but they did actually lower the price on the Gen 2. That's down to $170.29 as opposed to the $199 they were originally when they first came out. So that's cool. I will say also they did upgrade that AirPods Pro to MagSafe, so you do get that magnet charging on the case, so that is nice too. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this really short video. Again, if you liked it, be sure to like, comment down below what you want to see in our coming video, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take it easy, man. Peace.